What's up, guys? We're in Stockholm, Sweden today. New country credit for me. But over there, I can't. No, you can see that is Gröna Lund over there. And we're going to visit that park today. Very sleepy today. I only got about 2 hours of sleep. Got up around 4 a.m. Flew from Helsinki to Stockholm. Took a train here, and now I'm here. The park is open 11 to 10 p.m. today, but I'm only going to stay till about 6 p.m. today, just because I'm so tired. There's only 5 credits to get here. The coaster I'm most excited for is Monster, the B&M invert here. And there's a lot of cool flat rides here too. I've always been excited to visit this park, and it's really surreal just to see it across the water over there. But there's a land of Gröna over there. Let's go in it. Alright, so I've been walking around a little bit. One mistake I made is that you need to get wristbands, like every other park in Scandinavia, but this booth's outside the park. I didn't think to do it out there. So I got in the park, then I realized I didn't have a wristband. So I walked around trying to find a self-service kiosk. I found one over here next to the fun house, so it's right there. But probably save yourself some time, do it outside the park before you come in. Alright, one of the first things you see is Monster, so let's get that done first thing. Okay, I am thoroughly surprised how good Monster was. It's not the most forceful invert by any means, but the setting is really cool on it. It's maybe a little controversial, but it was giving me similar vibes to Fly at Rookburg at Fantasia Land. Kind of similar setting, how you're just kind of weaving through a town, because this whole park is kind of like a town. It's pretty cool actually. That was way better than I was expecting it to be. Again, not too forceful. I mean, there's a few good pops of airtime, especially in the back road. There's one twisted airtime pop that actually give a pretty decent pop of airtime on it. Was not expecting that at all on an invert. Very solid ride. I did it twice in the front, twice in the back. Both are really good. The front's really good for the view, but back has a little bit more whip to it. Little did I know that there was a second intimate Zack spin that had a ride in this trip. And this one is even bigger than the one at Linnanmäki. So let's see if I luck out on this one or not. This is some genuine theming here. Zap. Good lord. Oh, okay.
I röd och svart område hoppas ni är grymt taggade på att åka insidan.
Many of my friends say that if I actually vocalize on a coaster, it's actually really good or really bad. I'll let you be the judge of that based on my reaction. Here's a hint. I'm not doing that again. Okay, seeing a giraffe crane was not on my bucket list today, but here we are. His name is Giraffael. So this is interesting. They have 2 drop towers, both of which tilt you before you drop down. This one, only one of the 3 cars do it. This one is only 1 car, but kind of interesting how they have 2 free falls that kind of do the same thing. Well, this one's got a short line, so why not? Let's do this one. That was cool. It was a really nice view of Stockholm and the whole area. I didn't know that they made second-gen intimate freefalls that did the tilt feature. It's neat. And as I was up at the top of that freefall, I noticed that they finally lowered the gondola for the sky sphere here. It's been up there all day today, so maybe they're going to actually open this thing up. I would like to ride this today if it opens. To me, being the production nerd that I am, just looking at the stage, this is a pretty elaborate setup. And the speakers are extremely expensive speakers too, though I know there's a D&B speakers. Very impressive. See, they're playing some interesting music over here. It's like old jazz music. It kind of gives me Hollywood Studios vibes at Disney. I don't know why. Kind of works though, not gonna lie. It's a real vibe here. So I went up some steps and I didn't even realize that there's a whole second half of the park over here. I think it's mostly like kiddie rides over here. I know there's 2 kiddie credits over here. So let's check this area out. We definitely don't have any shame on this channel, and there's no line for this one. There's another kiddie credit over there, but it has a pretty long line, so I'm not even sure if I want to get to that today, but this is practically a walk-on. I've ridden one other of these before, I think at Coney Island, and yeah, they are certainly a journey. Yep, that was a +1. Moving on. So there was a Wild Mouse coaster here, but I think they are modifying it to make room for the new coaster opening next year. But if you look over here, they have a little mascot with a construction hat on the edge of the track there. It's cute. Up next is Twister. This is a Gravity Group wooden coaster. That's really fun. Awesome compact layout. I don't know how Gravity Group made that fit in such a small amount of land. Really cool. I mean, leave it to Gravity Group to pull off something like that. I believe this is the big free fall that also tilts, but I believe this is the tallest structure in the park. Alright, yeah, that was actually not that bad at all. Very similar to Falcon's Fury at Busch Gardens Tampa. I feel like it levels out a little bit too early. I kind of wish it would keep it at that steep angle a little bit longer, but still really fun. Awesome view. I mean, all four of these tower structures all give awesome views. Cute little family coaster. About what you expect from a modern Vekoma. It's also cool how it goes through the building here too. Definitely glad I used my jet pass for that because I did not want to wait 40 minutes for that. Alright, this is slightly disturbing. You want to try your speed at some wood? Well, thump those stumps because look out. It goes faster and faster. Okay, enough of that. Alright, got no idea what this is, but there's a dragon dude on it, so let's check it out. I have got so many questions. There are so many unusual animatronics just in the entrance area. So I'm sure this is going to be amazing. Is that Papa from Ghost? I mean, we are in Sweden, so I mean, I don't know. Oh, okay, we're starting off strong. Okay, I get the point. Oh my god, okay. Holy shit, oh my god, okay. So that's how it's going to be, huh? All right. Oh, hey, how are you? Oh, okay. Okay, oh, hey. All right. Oh, we're starting off pretty strong. Oh my god. All right. I'm on very high guard here. Oh, hey, something in the back of my seat is touching me. That is freaky. Okay, that's cool. There was literally something in the back of the seat that was... Whoa! Okay. Oh no. Something shocking is going to happen. A blub? It's still poking. Is this an outer bank? Okay. And I got poked in the back again. The scarecrow's not doing a good job because there's all these crows here. He keeps getting poking me in the back. Oh. Excuse you? I love the plates. Oh, that's cool. Another outer bank, okay. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, that was actually pretty good. There were quite a few jump scares in there that got me way off guard. I was expecting something pretty cheesy, but I mean, it is cheesy and corny, but still some good jump scares. Worth doing if you're here. It's a little after 6 now, and I said I was going to stay till about 6. So while I'm here, I guess I'll do one more ride on Monster. It's my last thing of the day here. Yeah, that's running even faster now, doing the front row, and that's so much fun. As I said earlier, like, it's just the setting that really makes this thing. It's not the most forceful invert by any means, but it's just a lot of fun in the setting. Just all the foot choppers and all the near misses and everything. It's just so much fun. All right, I mean, the park is open for another 3 hours, but I think I am ready to call it a day here. Now, before we do a closing montage, we gotta do a support your supports on this hilariously obtusely large support on Monster. So I support your Monster, even though your support's kind of excessively large, but it's fine. That's going to do it for my time here at Gröna Lund. As I said, there's a few more hours till the park closes, but it's been a very long day for me. I flew here from Helsinki at like 6:30 a.m. I've been up for a while. I only got like 2 hours of sleep. I'm ready to call it a day. As much as I would love to see this park at night, I guess that gives me just another reason to come back here. And I definitely will be back at this park at some point in my life. It really is a beautiful park. I was not expecting like all this elaborate theming throughout the entire park too. It's just very scenic, very well kept, and it's just really cool how everything's kind of stacked on top of each other. Yeah, I had an awesome time here. This is definitely a must-do place for any coaster enthusiast, or if you're ever in the Stockholm area, definitely a good place to visit. It's really cool. All right, Ryan for Post, let's do our ride count on Monster. Alright guys, I'll wrap the video up here. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll catch you in the next loop. Goodbye.